Another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm
Bro, I ain't
rocking with
watched
y'all, y'all
1090
rocking
Jake
with
in
me.
so
And for
long.
this video, we're gonna be speaking on All-Star
I ain't
JR
watched
being
1090
picked
Jake
up
in
by
so
the
long.
feds for
Holy
the
shit.
shooting
1090
that paralyzed NBA Ben 10. Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before payday, there's a banking app called Current that lets you get up to $750 as a paycheck advance once you qualify. So instead of waiting for payday, you can get access to your funds earlier when you actually need them. Paycheck advance is clearly my favorite part, and I'm sure will be yours too. But if you're trying to build your credit or just want your direct deposit sooner, it handles all of that in
so it
one
don't
app.
sound like
If
I
you
got
scan
no
the QR
equity.
code,
So
it'll
it sound
take
like
you
we
straight to
good,
the
bro.
sign up page where you can create an
It sound
account.
like we back
Just
good
go
for
through
sure.
the normal
Let's get
sign
it.
up steps,
like
enter
that.
your information, and order your
I like
current card.
when we
After you
straight.
complete those steps, you'll see the option to enter my promo code Jake1090, which unlocks the $75
we can get on
bonus.
here
If
and
you
just
ever feel like
scream.
managing
We
money
don't
is
gotta worry
stressful or
about
tight
no
sometimes,
nothing.
it's definitely worth just checking it out, because that's literally what it's designed for, helping
that.
people like you stay more on top of their finances. April 17th, 2026, a special agent within the FBI would file a criminal complaint with the U.S. Attorney's Office within the Southern District of Texas. This complaint would allege Detroit's Defensive Player of the Year apparently made a mistake that will cost him the rest of the season, as he's federally accused of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
Get the fuck
This
out of
crime stems from the shooting that sat NBA Ben 10 down permanently, and even more details of how it all went down would be revealed.
Permanently? Wait, so he is paralyzed? So he is paralyzed. Damn. No way. No way he paralyzed for real. That's crazy, bro. All that time, all them years.
On April 8th, Houston police responded to a shooting in progress, and arriving on scene would locate John Doe number 1, who we all know to be Ben 10, on the ground inside the restaurant with a gunshot wound to his neck. Officers also observed a trail of blood leading from the main dining room to the elevator, and a large pool of blood in the elevator. The blood trail continued to the parking garage, where officers found John Doe number 2, who we know to be Dead End Ron. He'd suffered multiple gunshot wounds to his hands and legs. The victims were transported to a hospital while the shooter, All-Star JR, fled the scene before police even arrived. On-scene officers found a black Glock 43X, a holster, and 10 fired 9mm shell casings with blood on them. A Glock 43X comes with a factory 10-round magazine, meaning the weapon was fired until empty, so in other words, JR mag dumped them. Detectives would watch the surveillance video seeing JR at a table with a woman. The two walked out of frame to the elevators, then JR returned on the phone. A group would follow him, crowding around him, before the altercation broke out and a man attempted to drag JR to the elevator. Ben 10 can be seen attempting to take JR's chain alongside an unidentified suspect named John Doe number 3. John Doe number 3 would actually snatch the chain, running out of the restaurant as Dead End Ron was able to remove JR's watch from his wrist. JR was apparently beating on Ben 10 when they began jumping him, and a gun falls to the ground. Well, JR fell next to the gun, took control of it, and Ben 10 was the first to be shot, immediately collapsing to the floor, initially on his side before rolling onto his back as everyone runs off on him. From the sounds of it, the first shot that hit Ben 10 paralyzed him. JR would follow the crowd, firing after them. He then went back to Ben 10, standing over him before shooting him again. He tried to keep firing, but the gun was out of ammo, so instead he pistol whipped him and spit on him. JR can be seen on video.
I thought this was trolling. I thought all this was trolling. So he actually did all this for real. Damn. God. Damn, my boy. Holy shit. Imagine you getting sent off and the nigga you get sent off on, the Negro you getting sent off on, you think he ain't like that. We about to do his ass. He ain't like that. Listening to another goofy, and then your ass end up looking like a goofy. That shit crazy.
Wiping off the gun before placing it behind a hostess stand and leaving the scene. Records would show Ben 10 has no sensation in his legs, meaning he's paralyzed from the waist down. Dead End Ron would also have to get a finger amputated, and the arteries in his legs were destroyed by bullets. A bystander was also shot in the ass, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. Following the shooting, JR would take to Instagram posting pictures of himself inside a famous Detroit jewelry store while wearing a shirt that says, "Unplug that bitch ass ninja." JR would caption the post stating, "Had to shoot to the D and get new ice, cause my man's Ben 10 took some of my stuff to the hospital with him." He'd even hashtag Junior closed the elevator on Ron, claiming J Prince Jr. left Ron for dead. He'd also hashtag OG3 left them, after 3 can be seen being pulled away from the fight before gunshots rang out. Another post would state, "Thought he was MOBTIES till I shot his ass a few times." So JR was publicly stating that he shot Ben 10 and Dead End Ron.
Yeah,
there was no shying away from
he was the ball. He was publicly. This was fucking globally. This was fucking worldwide. It wasn't no goddamn fuck publicly. This shit was nationwide. We all knew about this shit. When you talking publicly, nah, this was past that, bro. Bro, this was past. I mean, this man made like damn 17 goddamn diss songs right when it happened. Right when he left the motherfucking spot, he made one right when he left the spot. They made 16 after the next couple days.
He was flat out standing on it. He'd even state Ben actually got some of his jewelry, but again, this whole crime was captured on camera, and police at the scene were the first to report they were attempting to snatch his chains. Now, I DM'd JR before I covered this shooting initially, and after he posted this pic, I DM'd him again saying, "Can't tell you how to move, but fuck all that dissing. Get some big interviews, drop that music, run it up. Don't let this be your defining moment. Use it to propel yourself where you want to be." As soon as I saw him dissing, it reminded me of BTB Savage, who killed a man in self-defense, flexed it, and then got gunned down for it. Yep. But instead of taking my advice or even responding, JR posted a dance challenge.
In honor of my nigga being 10, since he wanted to play when I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Lay your bitch ass down. And you point them toes up, right? You spread a little bit, then the nigga done spank you.
That nigga done spank you.
Jump a little bit.
No way, bro. No way, bro. No way, no way, no way.
And you point them toes up, right? You spread a little bit, then that spank you.
Watch it. Watch it.
Jump a little bit.
Turn into a freak beat on the floor. What the hell going on, man?
Do the BNT. Do the BNT. Do the BNT. Do the BNT. And there y'all go. BN10 challenge, man. Hey,
that's fucked up,
the best BN10 challenge, man. Fuck it. $20,000 BN10 challenge. Best BN10 challenge, man, that go viral. Fuck with me. Let's get a what?
Now keep in mind at this time, Ben 10 had yet to speak out.
That's crazy.
He was listed in serious critical condition, and no one knew if he was going to make it until he broke his silence.
You know, still early in the morning shit.
Man, you know we gotta get this shit in. These niggas sound stupid, eating good around this bitch. Ain't nothing.
Stupid duck ass. Fuck wrong with you?
With the news that Ben 10 was alive and well, JR would immediately fire back on the gram.
I wake up
All you hoe ass niggas
Yeah, I see this one though. I see
tagging
this
me talking about, nigga, you see Ben back. You see Ben back. Well, if the bitch so back, tell him to do the Ben 10. I'll double it for him. Fuck you talking about. Do that bitch, Ben. Nigga, this your dance. Get in your groove, nigga, if you back.
Dead End Ron would even post to his story showing a wrapped up hand after trading his finger for a watch. Ben would then post to his story asking for someone to pay him for an interview so he could tell the real story of how he tried to rob JR. A picture of Ben in a neck brace would leave many wondering his actual condition, and JR would post DMs the two had actually been sending to each other. The DMs would show Ben attempted to call JR, who said, "I ain't trying to talk, send me that challenge, pussy." Ben would say, "Oh, you really a bitch," and JR would fire back saying, "Says the ninja in the hospital full of bullets." JR would get real disrespectful asking, "You wipe that spit off your face? How it feel that everyone left your bum bitch ass to die? You ain't cut, you a bum ass do-boy."
Damn.
JR would go even further saying, "What's crazy was I ain't even tell y'all I spit on the goofy after he got flamed. Thick ass neck brace. Did you get popped or getting a 10-car pile up?
Damn.
I ain't doing your interview, bro, it's over." Ben would take to his story saying, "You telling the story for the police. Y'all literally getting all the information from him. It's so much I want to say, but I'm real and they got real street ninjas watching me. I refuse to let us down." Ben would post a video of him pouring up inside his hospital bed, but the comments would be flooded with trolls asking him to wiggle his toes. Another pic would show Ben 10 with 3 who was there when he was shot, and a nurse would comment on the pic saying the blue thing under Ben is a lift pad, confirming that Ben was paralyzed and unable to move. This entire social media back and forth would be observed and documented by local, state, and federal authorities. But the one piece of information that wasn't confirmed is whose gun was fired. JR has claimed he took the gun from one of them. With the majority of NBA being felons, none of them are gonna claim it as they'd be charged with the weapon, and this is where shit gets complicated. All-Star JR is a convicted felon after being sentenced to 1.5 years for a home invasion in 2014. That conviction apparently bans him from the right to defend his own life. But the United States Courts of Appeals in the 6th Circuit has detailed a rare exception as long as the defense demonstrates 5 requirements. The defendant must be able to demonstrate they reasonably feared death or serious injury from an imminent threat. They did not recklessly place themselves in the path of that threat. They had no reasonable alternative to possession. They reasonably believed possession would avert the threat, and they maintained possession only as long as necessary to avoid that threat. Those 5 requirements were used in USA versus Jafari Moore, a man who was staring down the barrel of a gun when he disarmed his attacker, shot him, and fled with the weapon. But because he took the weapon with him, possessing it longer than necessary, his federal appeal was denied. In this case, All-Star JR picked up a weapon that was allegedly dropped by his attackers, who already physically attacked and robbed him. He opened fire until the weapon was empty, rendering it useless, before placing it behind a hostess stand in the restaurant. If I was his lawyer, I'd argue my client lawfully defended himself, then placed the weapon out of sight so it couldn't be repossessed by any potential threats. He only possessed the weapon while under threat, used it to defend himself, and then left it at the scene where he found it.
But see, that's how they get you though. See, that's how it's the wordplay. I told y'all that. It's the wordplay of this shit. It's the crime, but it ain't really the crime. It's how they word this shit. That's what gets you. That's the shit you gotta watch. It's the wordplay of this shit, bro. It's the wordplay. It's that's how this shit go. That's what the government do, bro. That's what they do.
I actually think with the right lawyer, JR has a great chance of beating this case due to the fact he was outnumbered, surrounded, attacked by a group, He shot 2 of the 3 suspects who were on surveillance video robbing and attacking him, and he left the weapon at the scene. But we'll just have to wait and see how this case plays out. Now, I'll say this. I'm surprised the feds picked this up, and if he doesn't beat this, I'm disgusted by how the laws are
I'm telling you.
in the U.S.
I'm telling you.
Imagine being attacked for your jewelry that you worked hard for. The attackers attacking you drop a gun, meaning you were attacked by somebody that was armed with a weapon that could easily take your life. They drop the fucking gun, you pick it up and shoot 2 of the people who are attacking you, robbing you, had already robbed you for 1 chain, 1 watch. You shoot them. You leave the gun at the scene after you've already used all the ammo and you made sure no one else is gonna take the gun and reload it. You leave it at the scene, you leave, and the feds charge you with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Now you're facing up to 15 years in federal prison for defending your life. And again, I'm gonna break down because I had to actually look up and find that case in which it gave 5 reasons as to how you could beat this situation. So I want to go back to that and go through them, right? The defendant must be able to demonstrate they reasonably feared death or serious injury from an imminent threat. Why did I pick up the gun? Because the people attacking and robbing me dropped it. So now that it's on the floor, if they pick it up, they can shoot me. They've already attacked me. They've already started to rob me. So what would stop them from shooting me? I picked up that gun and fired to prevent me from getting shot. They did not recklessly place themselves in the path of that threat. I was out eating with my girl. I'm on the phone. They came in, surrounded me. I didn't place myself there. I didn't antagonize anybody. I didn't say, come on and try me. I was in a public setting and I was attacked. They had no reasonable alternative to possession. What other choice did I have? The gun fell on the fucking floor. I'm on the floor. They're all standing around me beating the shit out of me. If I don't grab it, they grab it. If they grab it, I get shot. They reasonably believe possession would avert the threat. If I pick up this gun, I have an equalizer. It's just me. No one is fighting with me or for me. I am defending myself against multiple attackers. But when I picked this fucking gun up, every bullet in it just became my friend. Now I can avert this threat by sitting this motherfucker.
Yeah. Living life with a run, too many problems at once. But I can't get no sleep. I'm up before that fucking sun. Yeah, my bad, y'all. My fucking fucking soundboard was there. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep that shit fucking moving.
Down for the rest of his life, blowing this motherfucker's finger off and sending everybody running. They maintain possession only as long as necessary to avoid that threat. Once everybody was gone, he ain't moving anymore, so I know he ain't a problem. Take the gun and I put it away. I'm not gonna leave it next to Ben 10. I don't know if he's got another Glock 43X magazine. He's just gonna stuff it in there, start firing at me. No, I'm gonna take the gun, I'm gonna put it somewhere where no one else
And
can.
that's the reason why he did that, because he knew he was a felon. If he knew he would have took it from the scene, he would have been fucked up. That's why he did that. I tell you, man, everybody ain't dumb as they seem, bro.
Fucking easily see it. It's out of sight, so I know I'm safe when I leave.
Since he was smart enough to do that action, and they couldn't. You get what I'm saying? It's the wordplay. It's the wordplay of this shit. Since he was smart enough, since they figured, oh yeah, this Negro was smart enough to take the gun and put it somewhere safe, so he was smart enough not to take it with him because he knew it was felon. 17 songs about it. Which he was only like 5. I'm exaggerating, y'all, but y'all know. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 'cause he made 17 songs. Yeah, we got some for that. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit like that. It's just shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If someone isn't gonna grab it,
but it was motherfucking. If it was motherfucking goddamn Jake Paul or something, it wouldn't even been no day. It would have been self-defense and it would have been that it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But since it all started there, you know what I'm saying? We got to make 2017. We got to make 20 this song. You know what I'm saying? And talk about it and go back and forth on Instagrams. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
That's it. I left the weapon at the scene. I did not possess the gun longer than needed to secure my life and the fact that I'm leaving here alive. If I was his lawyer, I would play this fucking video that I just made for y'all in court. And I would say, look, he lays out everything for us. Here's the defense. He lays it all out for us. JR don't even need to fucking say nothing. He can just play my video because for anybody, that makes sense. It doesn't matter if you're a felon or not. When your life is under threat, you're not thinking, fuck, if I grab that, I might get hit with federal possession of a firearm. Yeah. Homie, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make sure that I get back to my little girls. I'm gonna make sure that I leave this bitch alive. And whoever I gotta drop,
we talk about this.
It is what the fuck it is.
That's crazy.
Because you're fighting for your life.
Yeah, bro. That shit weird.
That's it. You're
weird,
fighting for your fucking life. They're already beating you. They're already robbing you. I feel like.
Yo, what's good,
bro?
Know
how much money he just blew when he went to the jeweler, whatever, if he even bought anything. If he drops the right bag on the right
follow too, for sure.
I see him beating this Fed case.
Yeah, bro,
I think he should take this one to fucking trial. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments.
They just had to sit him down because he was showboating too much. You know what I mean? He was showboating too much. That's the only reason why they had to sit him on down, because he was showboating too much. That's all. If he wasn't doing all that showboat, he'll be good, bro. Trust me, he'll be good. Trust me, bro. I done seen this shit 1,000 times. Good thing, bro. During the miss, this was a lesson for each and every one of them. You know what I mean? This right here was a lesson for each and every one of them. That's the greatest thing about it. Nobody lost their life. Yes, motherfuckers might have lost their fingers, motherfuckers might have lost their legs and all that, but this was a lesson. You know what I mean? You can't go past years thinking this shit a game, dog. I keep trying to tell y'all this, man. You can't go past this shit for years thinking this shit a game. This shit ain't no game, dog.